Hello, this is my first IT management article review. I read an article with a very long name, but it was also very interesting. The name was Three Steps to a Holistic Enterprise Technology Integration Strategy. Whew, what does that mean? Well, it was interesting because the author was talking about the fact that companies are charged with doing more with less now. And one way to do that is to create a holistic approach to integration strategies for IT. In order to do so, the author said that there needed to be a integration approach as opposed to a tools approach. The premise being that a lot of times when IT talks about strategy, they're just talking about the tools that they're using that are IT pieces, and that strategy is something that's completely different. Strategy is a planned, methodical way of coming up with long-term goals and objectives. In the article, there are 3 ways that companies can start to assess their holistic integration strategy. The first one is mapping your processes. So, the author's premise is that in order to move forward, you have to first know where you are. And this includes doing an analysis of all of the processes that are going on within the organization right now. This can be done by business and analysts, or it can be done internally. There are some benefits to bringing in someone else because someone else will be able to provide that outsider's perspective that might be a little fresher than the eyes of someone who is working internally. This is also a good place to look and see what businesses or what departments are already doing integrated approach. The second technology piece for this is to map your technology stack. So in this case, the author is referring to a technology stack as the infrastructure that's currently in place. It's really an assessment of what are the tools that are currently being used and how are those tools being used to support the overall strategy and goals of the business. So it's looking at what is already in place IT-wise to determine what can be put in place moving forward and how to best support the departments. The third step was the one that I found the most interesting, which was map human interaction with information. So the author is very careful to point out that ultimately businesses still have a human element. No matter how much IT or technology is put in place, people still have to react with and interact with people. And that happy employees and also happy customers are more likely to be productive and to utilize systems correctly. So the author discusses looking at in advance where people are interacting with the information, how they're interacting with information, and also the comfort levels of employees when they interact with their information. So these are 3 steps that in this case are simple steps that a company can use to get started on creating a strategy for IT integration. I thought it was applicable to the past week and also to this week because we're really looking at how can we change the tone of IT and how can we move it from being something that works in isolation to something that works in collaboration with the rest of an organization. In this particular case, by establishing the processes and looking at what the best practices are, I think it's an amazing first step to look at how to better integrate IT so that there is a common language, there's a common goal, and there's a common vision. That's my article. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I look forward to discussing it with you in the discussion board. Thanks.